Hello, today we're going to talk about the deletions in our database. Let's go. Good. So in this video, I am going to show you how we proceed to delete data, any kind of data from our application. As I told you earlier, as we were in our application here, we don't have the delete commands in the application itself, and as I explained it in a previous video, I did it for the sake of security, because in our championships played in Bali, usually there's more than one person managing the application, because all of us are players. So it may happen that one player's dish lasts longer than predicted, and then another person would come to fill the data in the application, and for this reason, and therefore it might happen that someone who's not so familiar with the application would have to insert some data on it, and it might happen this person would delete something that shouldn't be deleted. So this is why I did the import tab, which is where we are able to create some backup. And this is why I also didn't put the only delete route that's working, as we saw earlier, is on teams. We don't have any team in this championship so far, but when you can delete, because it doesn't affect the other entities. But I mean, if you delete Tisha and if you delete a championship, for instance, you might find a serious trouble. So this is why I didn't put it directly on the application. But my suggestion for you, if you want to delete something, it frequently happens that we have to delete something in our database. You're going to have to use SQLite Studio. Yeah, you simply Google SQLite Studio, you should find this one. Here it's website, so you're gonna find the proper version for your operational system. So mine is Microsoft, so I'm gonna download it. As it's downloaded, we allow it to make changes in our machine. I think you have to accept, otherwise they simply don't let you move forward in the installation. So now it's going to install it. It should be fast. I mean, it's not a very complex application we are downloading here. It's simply its sake is only to see the data visually, instead of having to query it all the time or simply through the application. So we download it, and now we're gonna have to link it to our database. So you're gonna click here at a database, and you're gonna have to give it the database you're working with. So in our case, we're gonna go here, manager database. This is where our data is stored. Okay. So if you are here for the first time, you shouldn't see this thing, and I'm gonna cancel because I don't even have the option of typing OK in here. But you're gonna select it. You're gonna press OK. I don't remember exactly if you have to do some more setup on it, but I mean, this should work. And as far as you find something, you're gonna be able to see your data here. So for instance, you're gonna see Tisha, and you're gonna click here, you're gonna see Tisha data. So here, as you remember, so Tisha are the position that players, by their IDs, they fill in the in a series. So in our championship we decided for 3-player edition. So this is why all D positions is -1. So because there aren't players in the 4th position. So let's go. So that I won't go until the end in this process, because I don't want to delete this data specifically because I'm running a championship right now. But if you want to delete something, you're gonna come. For instance, you can select a row. So I'm gonna select this row. Shift. I have all the rows selected, and you can choose this one. I would delete the row. It's important to mention that if you delete this row, you have to commit the deletion, and this is where you would come here. So you press this minus to delete, and this one to commit your changes. So you can, if you want, you just press Ctrl A, and you select everything, and it will delete all the rows, and you can do it in all the tables you have, for instance. So in Teams, for instance, in Teams we don't have data yet, but we can go to series players, for instance, data. So here we have the series players, and you can delete it as well. So it's quite simple. I mean, you just select what you want to delete, you press delete, and you commit the changes. It's done. So this should be enough for you to have all the things working. So insertion, select, and updating data, all these things might be done in the app. It should work as expected. And for deletions, you should install SQLite Studio, whose interface is this one I'm showing you here, and the deletions shall work with no issues for you. Okay, so sampai jumpa.